I just realized it is the last Friday of the month. And I had said in my last solo chat that I was going to try and do a solo chat every month. So I just got home from a nice hike with Jack and realized that I need to go live because it is the last Friday. And I like to just touch bases with you all once a month and see how everyone is doing and what you have been up to, let you know what I have been up to and what I'm working on. So here I am. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. I'm winging it. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm always happy to do this and, say hi to everybody. But I am not in my loft, as you can see. I am downstairs because Mr. Jack is out and about and he can get into mischief if I'm gone too long. So he is out and about. I can keep an eye on him here. He might even jump up next to me and say a howdy. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to wait for some people to come online and say a howdy. If you can see me or hear me, let me know in the comments. Let me know where you're from, all that good stuff. And I'll give you some little insight on what I've been working on and what I've been doing. But I can't believe January is almost done with. We'll be into February over the weekend. I just can't believe it. It's going by so quick. So come on in and say a howdy. If and maybe I'll do a live read from one of my books. I've been busy writing. This week has been a really good job for writing. A really good week for writing, should I say? My work in progress is called A Daughter's Secret. And no, excuse me, it's called A Boyfriend's Secret. Daughter's Secret is one that came out in August of last year. So the one I'm working on now is book 3 of the secret series. I have to keep track of all these secrets. And I am liking how it's unfolding. As you know, I don't plot my books. I just keep writing. I listen to my characters. I let them lead the way. I don't try and argue with them. I don't fight with them. For whatever reason, what they're doing, I might not like it. There's a reason behind it, and I just go along with it. And this one is unfolding really nicely, and I have no idea how it's going to end. I'm about probably 2/3 of the way into the book, which is exciting. I have set myself a goal to um what set my goal to have the first draft completed by the end of February. So I have a month. I think I'll make it. And I'm looking forward to bringing this next book to you. I don't have a release date yet, but as soon as the first draft is finished, which again the goal is for the end of February, then I kind of know my time frame to get it edited, get the cover done, all of the fun stuff that happens once you've written that first draft. Because I'll spend some time after the first draft going through it, like with a fine tooth comb, and cleaning it up before it goes to the editor. So that will take some time too. So yeah, I'm excited about this book coming out. It's gonna you'll see your familiar characters if you've read book 1, Secrets Told, and book 2, A Daughter's Secret. Then this book 3, you'll reconnect with some characters from those 2 books, including Patricia, or Patty, as she likes to be called now, and Bryce, and the daughters, and of course Molly and Stacy and Gus. They all show up in this book. So I like where a series continues and the characters follow through, and we can all connect because for me, I'm connecting too. So I like it when they come back into the books because I don't plan the books. So I like it when they come back in, and my connection is okay. Here we go. That's better. That's better. It kept saying not connected. Anyways, so what was I saying? Yes. So that's what I've been working on, and as many of you know, I have also been getting really into beading. Um, that wasn't planned. That was just a passion I found. And I don't let it affect my writing. Writing always comes first. So priority is my writing. And how I've been able to divide it is I like to write at night. So it's a lot quieter. The house is quieter. Jack is more settled and quieter. So it works out great that I do my writing at night. And my beat stuff I've been doing during the day, not all day. But like after this chat, I'm going to go upstairs and I'll do some beading for an hour or two if Jack behaves. Gordon's at work, so it works out good. And I see that Janet is here. Hey, Janet, how are you doing? Good to see you. I wasn't planning this little chat here. I just realized that it is the end of the month, the last Friday of the month. And I wanted to come on and say howdy, see how everyone is doing, what you've been up to, and how your day is going. But usually I plan these chats, but I just got home. Me and Jack went for a nice hike, and I thought, oh my God, it's the last Friday of the month. So here I am just popping in to say a howdy. Um, so my beading I've been doing during the day, and it's a lot of fun. It takes me away from my devices, takes me away from my laptop, all my electronics, and keeps my mind busy. But I really enjoy it, and I'm probably going to start a Facebook page just for my beads and what I call it books and beads, because that's what I call myself when I go to events now. Because not only do I bring my books, but I also bring my bead stuff. So I'll probably start another page separate from my author page that where I can showcase my bead stuff because I don't want it all mixed together. And I want it separated, even though when I go to events, they're all together. But I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's very therapeutic and it's very relaxing. And I have an Etsy shop, and pieces are selling there. And I'm selling quite a few on my website too, more on my website than on Etsy. I think because I promote it more from my website because there's no Etsy fees. But I really enjoy it, and separating the two works really well. I do beat stuff during the day and writing at night. So it works out good. So I have been doing that, and I'm going to start a new beading project this weekend. When it's done, I'll show you. Maybe I'll have my page up by then and I can show you my latest creation. I've been looking for spring events because I love doing in-person events. I love doing the craft shows, especially with the beads that I'm now making. And also I bring my books. They do really well. I love meeting readers, love meeting, being out in the and with other people and talking about my books and all that stuff. So I have booked myself up for a few events, and I'm looking for some more. I think my first one is at the end, no, middle of February. And now with the warmer weather here in California, they're starting to pop up. So I'll be doing some more in-person events for the spring. I want to try and book at least 5 or 6. It's what I did for Christmas, so I'm going to try and do that for the spring, and then start looking for the summer. The summer ones can be kind of iffy depending where I go because it can get really hot in some of these places, Santa Clarita or the Valley. I don't want to do an event where I know that it gets really hot because that can just be brutal. And Janet, what's she saying? Hold on. I'm having to give my 15-year-old cat meds twice a day. I was able to trick him this morning. We'll see if I can do it again tonight and the next week. Ugh. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope the medicine helps. And whatever he has, he recuperates pretty soon. But giving medicine to a cat, I'm sure it can be tricky. I have a hard enough time, giving it to any of my dogs. When I do, I mean, Jack's not on any meds right now, but when I do, I used to hide it in peanut butter. I don't think cats like peanut butter, though. So I don't know what you are using or what method you are using to coax your cat into getting medicine. But good luck with that. I hope he feels better soon. I hope he's doing okay. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how long he'll be on the meds, but I'm so sorry to hear that. 15 years old, that's a good age for a cat. That's a long life right there. So anyway, so that is what I've been working on. It's just the writing I'm doing every single night, and I think I don't have my manuscript in front of me, but like I said, I'm like 2/3 of the way in. The pretty much I can't really say too much about it because I don't want to give too much away, but as you know, it's called A Boyfriend's Secret. Stacy, who you've met in the last book, A Daughter's Secret, she now has a love interest in this book. And also you know of Gus, who is Molly's love interest from book 2. Now, it's called A Boyfriend's Secret, so obviously one of these two boyfriends is holding a secret. And that is the premises of this book because there's two boyfriends. We're not sure right away who's holding that secret. So that is where the story is going. And I'm excited to bring it to you. Like I said, I'm shooting for a May publication if everything goes smoothly. That'll be on Kindle and on paperback. Like I said, as soon as I get this first draft finished, which I'm shooting for the end of February, then I'll have a better time frame of when it can get published. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. And Leisha is here. Hey, Leisha, how are you doing, my dear? Hope all is well. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. This wasn't a planned chat. I just wanted to come on and say a howdy to everybody and see how you're all doing. It's the last Friday of the month, so I'm trying to keep to my promise and my schedule that I will come on once a month and say a howdy. So that's what I'm doing. The weather here is gorgeous. It is sunny outside. I'm wondering what Jack's doing though. He's not in the house. He's outside. I'm downstairs because that way I can keep an eye on Jack, but he's outside, so I have no idea what he's doing. But I don't hear any noise, and when he's quiet, then I know he's in trouble. But crossing fingers, he's not into anything too bad. But he's a character. You know, I share a lot about Jack online. He's going to be 2 in February. I can't believe he's going to be 2. We got him when he was, how old was Jack when we got him? Oh my goodness. I want to say 4 months, 5 months. But he's going to be 2 in February. He is a big boy. He is a big boy. My vet couldn't believe it. He went last month, or last week, should I say, for his shots because he goes to camp twice a week. Yeah, twice a week. And of course, you know, they require those shots, and he was due for some shots. And take him in, and every time he goes in, you know, they weigh him. And Tess, my other Brittany that we had, she passed away sadly last year. Um, she weighed 37 pounds. She was the average weight of a Brittany. The average weight of a Brittany is 37 to 42 pounds. Jack is a whopping 59 pounds. He's huge and he's all muscle. He's not fat, he's all this stuff, but he is so strong. He is all muscle. And from what I understand, the vet was telling me that the biggest Brittany nationwide is 63 pounds. So Jack is 4 pounds shy of being the biggest Brittany. So he is huge. He's a big, big boy. Janet has a question. I want to just pop this up real quick. She says, I wanted to ask you if you've ever read any of your dad's books. I'm planning to start The Two Moons soon. I have read um, quite a few of his books. I will have to be 100% honest. He writes science fiction. It's about artificial intelligence. Some of these books are very heavy in artificial intelligence. And I'm going to be honest, they're way beyond my intelligence. They go over my head. But I have read probably 2/3 of all of his books. One of his books, it was called, Bug Park. It's a standalone. It's not part of any of the series. Gordon and I actually helped him with the research of that book, and it was a lot of fun. It's called Bug Park. He actually came out to California, and we took him down to the Pizzazz. In fact, if you've read Waves of Memories, the short story collection, that whole ordeal I write about as a short story. But right now, I'll just briefly tell you about the Bug Park takes place on a super yacht, and he wanted to come out to California because we know a lot of the captains out here, the boat people out here, and just, you know, go on board a yacht and, you know, do some research. And we actually connected with the captain of the Pizzazz, and it was a 120-foot yacht. This boat is absolutely gorgeous. And we took my dad down on the Pizzazz and talked to the captain. We spent the whole afternoon there. It was a fun, fun afternoon. But Bug Park, that is the one that Gordon and I helped with the research on that one. Two Moons, I believe, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 2 or 3 books in the like a what do you call it? My God, I can't think of the word. 3 books in one in a paperback. An omnibus. I think that's what Two Moons is. I believe it is Inherit the Stars. I have a copy of it up here. Anyways, I have read the Two Moons, but I read them in the individual books, if it's the one I'm thinking of. My favorite one of my dad's, other than Bug Park, was Inherit the Stars, because I was in my teens when Dad started reading that, and I followed my dad when he was researching that book. It was his debut novel. Um, and for that one, it was just a really special book. But, yeah, I've read quite a few of his books. I really have. So I hope you enjoy it, Janet. It's 2 books in 1. Janet said it's 2 books in 1. Okay, I knew it was like 2 or 3. Do you happen to know what the titles are of those books? I just can't remember. He's written 37 titles, so I am not sure which those 2 titles are. I believe it's part of a series. Um, the ones that were over my head was it's right up there. I'm looking at it. The immortality option was one that is very heavy in physics. I am not very good at physics, but let me know how you like it. And I hope you enjoy it. I really do. And there's a couple of his books I want to read again. It's been a long time now that you brought it up. And one of them is The Prophecies Operation. That one won many, many awards. And it was a really good book. It really made you think about World War II and, what they went through and all that things. And it's a time travel book. So that's one I want to read again. But yeah, thank you for showing an interest in my dad's books. I really hope you enjoy it. Oh, she says, Inherit the Stars. Okay, the Giants of General. Okay, that is book 1 and 2 of the Giant series. Inherit the Stars was the one I was talking about. Was his debut novel. It was published in 1979. And I take care of Dad's estate now, and I continue to sign contracts for him. And Inherit the Stars continues to be his bestseller. That is the one where Dad, I remember Dad typing on his typewriter. How he wrote a book on a typewriter, I have no idea, but he did. But that's what started his writing career. Gentle Giants of Ganymede is book 2. Book 3, I think, is Giant Star. I wish I had the books in front of me, but there are 5 books in the series, and these are the first 2. It's a good series. It is. It's a really good series. So I hope you enjoy it. And she says, I have the next book coming today. Oh, wonderful. Excellent. I should send you some, Janet. Message me after sometime today. I'm going to send you some on me, just because, I just want to send you a couple of my dad's books. Message me. And this is on me. I'm not trying to sell you one of my dad's books. I wanted to send you them as a gift. I'll send you a couple. I think they're paperbacks. So please message me and I will send you a couple. I want to know what titles you have so I don't send you duplicates. Let's see. So, and the funny thing about my dad too is that he was writing a book, when he sadly passed, it was never finished. I would love to have, seen that book finished. We have the manuscript, but it's unfinished. My dad had an ending for that book. We don't know what the ending was, so sadly, it was unfinished. But I am anxious to see how you enjoyed the book. I'd love to see what you thought of the book, how you enjoyed it. And she says, "Thank you so. You're welcome. I love with my dad. I have many of his books. I take care of shipping his books and all that, but I just want to send them to you as a gift." So, anyways, what else is going on in my book world? Let me think. Okay, I do have a chat. I did one last week, and I don't know what happened with the scheduling. It's usually every 2 weeks, but I was looking at the calendar because I was getting ready to mail the author for the next chat, and it turns out it's not till February the 16th. So for some reason, it went from every 2 weeks. This one is now 3 weeks. I think it's just being the new year that every 2 weeks got confusing or whatever. But we'll be on track for every 2 weeks after this one. But February the 16th is my next live chat with an author, and it's going to be Carol Van Den Hende. She is going to be my guest on that day. Of course, I'll be posting about it closer to the date. So look out for that. I've had her on my show before. She's a wonderful, wonderful guest, and Her books are doing really well. They've won all kinds of awards. She had one a new release recently, so she is going to be joining me February the 16th. I don't know what happened to how we got to 3 weeks from the last chat. That was probably my mistake when I did a booking. So that is going on. I really wish I knew what Jack was doing. One of us should call him. Jack! He's awfully quiet. Here he is. I hear him. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You want to come up here and say hi? Come here. He's looking at me like, what, Mom? Come here. Come here. Come here, Jack. See, here he is. There's Mr. Jack. Are you being camera shy? He's being camera shy. You can see his snout right there. Come here. Jack. Jack. He's looking for flies. He's looking up at the ceiling. Anyways, so he wasn't in trouble. He's being a good boy. Janice says Carol is so sweet. I think next month I will try and schedule this chat and let people know that I'm coming on instead of just being a spontaneous chat. That way people know I'm here. But I always want to come in and touch bases with everybody and see what's going on and all that stuff. Jack, hold on a second. Jack, he's trying to, no, he's tapping up my TV. Anyways, he's just being Jack. All right. Lisa says Jack is so cute. He is a good boy. He really is. I mean, out of all the dogs I've had, I love all my dogs. Don't get me wrong, but the personality of Jack and just the mischievousness that he gets into, he's constantly on the go. Jack, no. Uh-oh, here we go. He sees a fly on the window. Leave it. So I'm not sure how much longer I can chat without Jack being Jack. Come here. Come here. He's looking at me. Anyways, let me see what else. Oh, you saw that a couple of days ago. I was the featured author on, oh my goodness, Hidden Voices. It's a wonderful organization that supports indie authors. They try and get the word out of new authors, indie authors, and I am so sorry, but Jack is not listening to me. And I was very honored to be on. Jack, come here, to be featured author for their month. So that was really nice. They wrote up a beautiful article about my writing, what inspired my writing, what I'm working on, my latest release, all of that stuff. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Get down. Leave it. Sorry, he's scratching at my TV. No. Stay. All right, we're going to just try and control this dog for a few more minutes. Janet asked, did you grow up? I put your question up, but I got two hands on Jack. Janet asked, did you grow up in Ireland? I saw the intro your dad wrote. My dad is half Irish. My grandfather is full-blood Irish. My dad is half Irish. So, of course, I'm half Irish with my dad. When my dad left America, he always wanted to get a farm in Ireland. That's where Grandpa was, and he finally lived out his dream. That was his last place of living, was Ireland. He had a gorgeous place there, and that's where he is laid to rest, next to my grandpa. I have been to Ireland once to take care of Dad's estate. Absolutely gorgeous. He lived in the county of Sligo, in the small town called Jamare, where everyone knew him. Just like a little town I live in now, we all know each other. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous town. And if I had to live somewhere else, it would be Ireland. It's an absolutely gorgeous place. The people are wonderful. But that's where Dad lived out his life. Was the last 15 years was in Ireland. And it was a perfect surroundings for his writing. He absolutely loved it. But my grandfather was Irish. He was a true Irishman. So, yeah, that is, Jack always wants my attention. That's what Janet says. And I see Elaine is here. Hi, Elaine. How are you doing, my dear? This wasn't a planned chat. Me and Jack went for a hike, and I came back and told myself, oh my God, it's the last Friday of the month. I told everyone I was going to go live. I'll try to go live on the last Friday of the month, do a solo chat. So I figured now that me and Jack had our hike, that I would just come on, pop in and say hi and see how everyone is doing. And next month, I will actually schedule it. I will post about it, say I'm going live tomorrow or in the afternoon, and give people some heads up that I'm on live. I'm holding on to Jack because he's trying to knock my TV down. So he's been a little bugger as usual. But you're gonna behave. Are you gonna behave? You're gonna be a good boy. So, anyways, we went for a nice hike. So that is what's going on. I can't think of anything else. I think that's about it. The chat. Oh, my newsletter will come out on the 1st, which is just a couple of days. And I got some books on sale celebrating Valentine's. Valentine's is next month. And then what I don't do any kind of events in the group for Valentine's, but I will be doing, as usual, the annual St. Patrick's Day. I always celebrate St. Patrick's Day, talk about Ireland as a tribute to my dad, and because I'm half Irish and I just love the country and I love the people, and I just think it's just it's always been one of my favorite holidays. It was my dad's favorite holiday. It was he would go from pub to pub. That was the time when he would just drink his Guinness. That's he would call me from Ireland and saying he's doing a pub hop, but he did like his Guinness and he did like St. Patrick's Day. So I will be start organizing that in February, and we'll have I'm not sure. I think it might be the fifth St. Patrick's Day annual event, but it's a lot of fun. It's similar to Christmas. We have authors come in, we do the giveaways, we play the games, we do whatever. But it's a lot of fun. So I will be planning that along with Karen's help, who is my right arm in the group. Elaine says, I just saw you here. It's snowing again. Always happy to see you. Yeah, it was a spontaneous chat. I should know better than just to show up. I should really schedule it into my calendar if I keep track of the dates, that is. And she said, it's snowing again. Last time I talked to you, Elaine, you had like 8 inches of snow. Did any of that melt, or is it now piling on top of that? We have had the weirdest weather. We live up in the mountains, as you know. 5,000 feet elevation, and we always, in fact, I was telling Elaine just about a month ago, we always get snow. And this is the first year since we've lived up here. Shut up, Jack. Quiet. That we have had no snow. And I mean, we had maybe a light dusting a month ago. We were told that it was going to snow over Christmas. It never did. So in the whole 20 years we've lived here, 20 plus, this is the first year that I remember where we've had absolutely no snow. I mean, it's January the 30th. Really? Really? It's January the 30th, and it's 65 degrees outside. Come here. Come here. 1 second. Come here, Jack. Come on, boo. Hop. Hop. Okay, sit down. Sit down. Behave. It's, what is it? What did I say? 65 degrees outside. And it's like springtime. I mean, I have plants coming through with buds. They're so confused. Whether or not we'll get a freeze before spring, I don't know. But this is just weird weather. So Elaine, it sounds like you're getting our weather where you're at. She says that very little has melted. Janet says that's okay. It's great having you all to ourselves. There you go. There you go. But other than that, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I love weekends. I try and keep to a schedule during the week. Do this at this time, this at that time. Make sure I write every night. Jack is just being on me right now. He's on his back, just kicking his legs in there. What are you doing? Come on up. Come on. Come on. Just settle down. Okay. Just settle down, Jack. Settle down. Look, people are watching you. Right there. Look, they're watching you. See? You want to make a fool of yourself? Do you want to make a fool of yourself? They're all watching you right now. They are. He's so cute. I was saying. Oh, yeah. So I try and keep a schedule, but weekends I kind of do carefree, whatever I want to do. Me and Gordon, if the weather stays like it is, we're going to try and go for a motorcycle ride on Sunday because Jack will be in, I'm not going to say the words, CAMP. He'll be there all day. So, okay, enough. Wish I had a toy, Jack. You want a toy? Want a toy? Look, I'm trying to talk to people. Here, what's this? Yeah, I don't want it. You don't want that one? How about this one? You want this one? So anyways, So yeah, I love weekends. I can just kind of, do what I want to do. Feel like I want to do what I feel like doing. I'm going to do some beading in the morning because I have a new project I'm going to do. So and this might keep me busy. And do some writing in the evening. But other than that, it's hopefully be a quiet weekend if Jack will allow it. So that is about it. I just wanted to come on, say a howdy, and wish you all a wonderful weekend. And wherever you are at, I hope that the weather is not too harsh. Elaine, give me that. How much more snow are you going to get? You said it's snowing right now. Okay. I'm trying to play tug of war here and have a conversation. Um, Lisa says, hold on one second. Lisa says, my pup, my pup and my grandfur were also barking. They were keeping an eye on the FedEx that was um, delivering something. Yeah, yeah. Jack has still got that puppy energy more than I'll ever have. He'll be two. I think he's either going to be two September 2nd or September 22nd. I know there's a two in there. I'm going to have to check the date and see, but he still has all of that puppy energy that is like, just give me a little bit of it. Um, okay, hold on one second. Jack, you're taking my arm with me. Give me my arm back. Um, so yeah, he just wants to play all the time. And one thing I do like is that I have to take him for a walk every day because he would just go stir crazy in the house all day. He went for a hike today, and he still got all his energy. I'm ready to put my feet up and just relax. Jack wants to keep going. Anyways, okay, leave my pillow alone. So, this was probably a live chat with Tina and Jack. So, he's settling down. Woohoo! Elaine, she's saying, Grace is trying to climb in my lap now. Grace is so sweet. She really is. She's so tiny. She's so tiny, but she's so sweet. We love our fur babies. We really do. But I am going to call it an afternoon. Jack, stop it. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you, but he's going nuts over there. Have a good weekend, everybody. And next month when I do this, Jack down. I will schedule it in so you know I'm going to be here. But enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your evening. Jack says good night, and I will see you soon. Have a great night.